It's Saturday morning. How good is this? And actually, do you know, I was in bed for 10 last night. In fact, I was asleep by 10. And then woken up just before midnight because someone jumped on top of the boat and started walking pink up and down the top of the boat. There's no damage. I don't think anything's missing. So it's about midnight. So I phoned Bob over there and said, "Are you just closed?" And they was a bit sheepish, and I hadn't thought about it, but I think they should have closed at 10:30 or something. So a bit of a lock-in, but yeah, it's not a problem. They said, "Oh yeah, a couple of locals. We've just had to evict them, or eject them." I think he said. We just ejected them. I said, "Oh, are they local?" He said, "Oh yeah, we know one of them, Jamie Moore, I think he said his name was." So if anyone in Staniforth knows a little fucker called Jamie Moore or something similar, give him a fucking slap from me, will you? But you know, it's just I suppose a bit of harmless drunken behaviour, and it just woke me up. It didn't cause any damage to the boat, I don't think, anyway. I'm fairly sure there's no damage to the boat. So yeah, so sort of almost went back to sleep. I shall sleep like a baby tonight, I know that. It's 8:20 in the morning on a Saturday morning, and I don't think you could have a better view than a little bit of morning mist. Isn't that lovely? We're going to head down to Thorn. Charlotte's going to hit a couple of charity shops, see what bargains she can find, and then we're headed towards Keadby. And that'll be our day today. Probably not much video today because it's a bit boring. Actually, no, I will do some video on the actual stretch between Thorn and Keadby, just to show how boring it is. My God, it's boring. I'll try and get a time lapse on the GoPro. But it's boring. It's a bit like the Aaron Calder's boring, or the Trent is boring. Boring, boring, boring. Good morning. And we're off. 9:30. That's okay. We've not got a massive run today. I think it's only about 7 or 8 miles, but there's lots of crap bridges and it is boring. Did I mention the bit between Thorn and Keadby is boring? It's actually really boring. I won't take a photo of Marley having a shit. Actually, I might take some footage of Marley having a shit, just to show that he's a good boy who always dumps in the bushes, but Charlotte still picks it up. Too much information. What a smashing day. It's going to be about 22 degrees today, and I'm ready for it. Now here's something which is quite stunning. In the last 2 years, this massive housing development has been initiated. There's hundreds of houses here. Now, right up until, well, I think even the last time we came through, I can't remember, was Retford, wasn't it? Last September. And there was a couple, but now, like this is housing on an industrial scale. They have built like a mini town here in its own right, and it's still expanding. And I know we need more housing, but these aren't really what you'd call quality houses. They're a shell. All the internal walls are just like stud partitions, as you can see in there. I don't know, can you see in there? There's no internal walls. See, I don't know whether that shows up very well. Even between, so that's a semi-detached there, and even in a semi-detached, there's no wall between the two houses. What's wrong with building houses properly? I'm sounding like my granddad now, but what's wrong with building a proper house? I don't want something where there's only like a bit of tissue paper between my bedroom and next door neighbour's bedroom, for a number of reasons, which, for their own sanity, please don't call the police, it's consensual, for their own sanity, don't do it. Put a fucking brick wall there, for God's sake, or sort of like 4 feet thick sound insulation. But that's the other thing that really worries me, is about kind of, not sound insulation really, but fire protection. All of the insides of those houses are wood. I mean, it's a fire hazard. It's a death trap, as far as I'm concerned. At least with a brick wall, fire doesn't always very easily permeate a brick wall. Just my thoughts, obviously. Well, one of the things that's happened during the lockdown is that lots of people have decided to buy boats and they haven't commensurately decided to do things like the helmsman's course. So we'd been moored up for a little while, and Starlight Express came along and tried badly to reverse in. I always try to say to people, in moorings like this, don't reverse in, because your prop is at the edge where all the crap is. But, you know, she just said, oh, we always do it this way, thank you, and then proceeded to smash into our boat and the boat on the other side of her. And then this guy's come along and tried to reverse in where there wasn't a mooring, pushing us into Starlight Express. It's just like you couldn't make it up. But anyway, it is a contact sport, but a part of that sport should also be trying to avoid contact. But fucking hell, you do sometimes have to wonder. Now, I don't know, I mean, I'm guessing this guy's brand spanking new to it because he hasn't got a clue, but I think Starlight Express might be a little bit more experienced. Not that that really shows, if they always moor like that. So, leaving Thorn, headed toward Keadby. Oh no, I can't watch. I really can't watch. tomorrow is where we enter the Trent. We enter the Trent. Alright, I know what I mean. What a beautiful evening. I have decided one of the things I'm going to do during this trip is start getting some purple on here, because it's really, the green hasn't done too bad, but the purple really has suffered. I think when we bought the purple, all the previous purples have been perfect, but I think it was just the Spencer coatings were going bust and they didn't put any of the ultraviolet. If you look at the greens survive really well, but the purple, no. So throughout this trip, get some nice purple on there. What's the difference between pink and purple? No, don't do it. Don't do it, Martin. Don't do it. Right, so not a bad day, not a bad evening, probably nearly beer o'clock, and quite likely have a reasonably early night, because for some strange reason I'm knackered. Might have been the drunks jumping up the roof last night, but yes, there we are. So I suppose you could call this real day 2. Let's say 3, but it's sort of like the real day 2, but I can't remember what I'm going to put down there and thing. Hope you've enjoyed today's instalment, mixed though it has possibly been. If you like this rubbish, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, unless you're a fucking fisherman. Sorry, that's not true. Actually, oh no, something else I forgot. Today there's been a lot of dead animals in the canal. I've counted 4 deer, only little, a little bit bigger than Marley, and 2 sheep. Sadly, no fishermen, but yeah, 4 deer and 2 sheep, and a couple of rabbits. There was something else. It might have been a duck. I can't remember. I decided not to film them because they're not very nice, especially when they swell up like balloons. But it just seemed really strange on this, just on this stretch from Thorn to here, which is I don't know how many miles, 8 miles, 9 miles, something like that. So very, very odd, very bizarre. Anyway, that's that. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe. A thumbs up would be lovely, because it tells YouTube's algorithm that it might be worth suggesting this to other people. And what else? Yes, whatever you're doing, do it safely, and cheers.